results of the investigation were brought forward to us, and I would really like to say that I was surprised or shocked, but if you know history in regards to housing discrimination in the United States of America, this is not a surprise. It is devastating and hurtful, and I expect more from our community, and I expect more from the real estate agents and agencies in this community. The Human Relations Board discussed this at length on Wednesday. We almost felt like we needed another session to get through all of it, to be quite honest, because this is a lot to digest in just a very short amount of time. As a person of color in this community who has purchased a home, this felt very personal to me. And I don't want to speak for my fellow board members, but it felt very personal, I think, to many of us sitting at the table. Our goal and our mission is to help the city in making decisions about how to move forward through some of this very messy and difficult work. We're not naive to think that this is going to be easy or pretty, but we do want to provide support in a way to make sure that all of the community is being taken care of. We did discuss making sure that this goes public. It would have been really easy to do this in a comfortable way and just kind of put it out there online and wait for people to see if they grasp it. But the board really felt it was important. I particularly felt it was important to get this out publicly. We have people that are Black in this community. I experienced this recently in purchasing a home. I had a great realtor, but there are folks that are buying houses right now and will be buying houses in this community, and we need to be aware of how to advocate for ourselves and how to make sure that we are getting what we should be getting when it comes to housing. Additionally, I think that obviously there's work to be done, and the Fair Housing Center provides education for real estate agencies to be able to understand what to do regarding this and how to stop or avoid discrimination when it comes to housing. However, I also want to make a point that this needs to not just be a checkbox item. This is a community issue, and we need to make sure that as we're remedying it, that we're finding ways to do this that are meaningful and finding ways to do this that actually interrupt the system that is operating. It's not enough to go to a training or an education and check the box and say, okay, we did this. If that's the approach, then in 30 days or 60 days, we'll be right back where we started with this investigation. So that was also discussed by the board. We talked about the fact that there is some concern that once we do put some efforts in place, what will this look like in a few months? Will it have been forgotten about because it's come out of the limelight, we're no longer discussing it? So I know the board has a vested interest to make sure that this becomes an actual fix and not just a temporary solution or a Band-Aid or lip service, basically. So I'm proud of our Human Relations Board for pushing this discussion and for being willing to do the hard work and being willing to engage. And I'm super proud of the City of Battle Creek for choosing to support this and for choosing to call this out, because this is very important and it affects people's lives. This isn't purchasing a meal. This people invest in their homes because this is a part of who we are, and this often affects our legacy and affects what equity is a part of our lives. And if we are not really experiencing what is fair, it harms not just us but our community and our children. And so it's really important that we deal with this. So